Hello, sweet souls. This is your second reading. And as I said on my first reading, I am going to be talking slower and moving slower. I have bad shoulders. Like, they're not just pulled. I need shoulder replacements. So, and sometimes they flare up. Normally, they've been doing really good, but for some reason, this shoulder is shot. It's really bad. So, I may be talking slower, moving slower, but I was determined to get your videos out. It's later in the day, so I'm going to do my best for you. We're going to call on St. Michael. St. Michael, please transmute all negative energy to positive, centered myself with the viewer. We're going to call on the Holy Spirit, angels, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors, and ask for a message for the viewer's greater good. We pray for truth and only truth for the greater good, the beautiful collective. All right, let's see. What's in the energy, please? This is the answer oracle. Wow. This is crazy. The download I'm getting right now about these cards. Okay. Wow. Okay. You know, somebody is having a wake-up call about someone that they were connecting to. They could be dating this person. They could be in a long-term relationship. They could be married to this person. But they're having some sort of wake-up call. This person, they could have been experimenting with things. Maybe they shouldn't have been experimenting with. But there's a betrayal here. And there's a secret. And someone is going to need treatment. So I don't know if this has to do with substance, where someone was connected with someone and they were convinced to try something and now they have an addiction. But there is a betrayal here and that there's secrets. And so someone is going to need some sort of treatment. There is a hurricane coming. So this is a kind of a weird message. I'm not sure what this is about. Let's see. It's very interesting. Okay. Tell me about this dating. Tell me about the dating. Wow. Okay, so someone had a plan here. They were dating someone. They were making plans with this person. But this person, it was an unwise choice because this is a Queen of Wands on the fence, a Jezebel energy. This is someone that is not monogamous. They have multiple partners. It's a third party. So you could have been in a third party situation and someone was lured in by a Jezebel and now they're waking up to some truth. Okay, look at that deception. What is this wake up? What is the wake up? Wow. They're waking up to the fact that there was no love. Tower and Ace of Cups, there was no love in this karmic dynamic. This person that they connected with is not only a Jezebel, but very cold and detached, heartless, cruel. So this person is finally waking up to who they connected with. It's what it feels like. What is this experimentation? Experimentation. What is the experimentation? Wow. I don't know. So it's like you're in the star energy. You're co-creating with God. You've had your awakening. And I feel that someone here, I don't know if they thought it was an experiment. They thought by putting 10 swords in your back, destroying your union, deceiving and betraying you, that they were going to go on to this other relationship and they were going to be blessed with financial resources. And they were still going to have the same love and attention and someone to build them up just like you did. And that's not what happened. It's totally is the direct opposite of what you were giving in this relationship. Now there's a betrayal. Betrayal. In a marriage. Oh. Yeah. So this person that is waking up to who they connected with, they betrayed you when they were married to you. Now you have stability. You're creating something on your own. And this person feels foolish because they can see you're building generational wealth. You have victory and success. You're being loved and celebrated. So whatever they were doing that they thought they were doing in this experimental energy, connecting, ditching their previous life with you and connecting with someone else, thinking they were going to have the same attention, the same love, the same ego boost. It backfired because none of that happened. Secrets. Well, there's secrets, all right. With the moon here, a lot of confusion, illusion, a lot of deception. Somebody's stressed out about these secrets. What secrets? You know what I got when the Three of Wands came out? These are secrets somebody thinks they're going to be able to take to their grave. And it has to do with why you moved on. And it has to do with them juggling you. Making you an option, putting you in a third party situation. This person thinks they're going to be able to take it to their grave, and they're not. They're not. Let's look at healing. Just clarify healing. Yeah. This person is in a lot of emotional pain. They're very emotional. They're in a karmic cycle. Their ego is wounded. And they're in regret. This is someone that needs to heal their wounds. Yeah, they're heavily burdened. Mostly it's their ego that's wounded because they were wrong. The choices they made to go to another connection was the biggest mistake of their life, and they know it. So much conflict. Look, it's ending. There's so much conflict. They're stressed out. They know you're an empress. They know you are, man or woman. Let's use the Metamuse. This person just, I feel, is embarrassed and angry and lashing out because their ego runs the show and they can't be accountable. Let's see. Yeah, they had this plan. They made this horrible decision to join forces with a third party that's a Jezebel, thinking that this was going to be love, that they were going to feel that same love that you gave them. And this is a Jezebel. Your past person's nothing more than a hookup to this person. Yeah. This person's feeling sorry for themselves because they're recognizing you were their soulmate. You've spoken the truth and you've cut them out. The 10 swords they put in your back was enough. That was all the truth you needed. That was the only goodbye you needed. And they know you're justified in it. They do. You've leveled up to the Empress from this experience. You've made the decision to move on to peace, to where there's peace. There was no peace in this dynamic. I mean, this person What is that? Chasing waterfalls? Always chasing the next best thing. You don't want to be someone's afterthought, someone's option. You want to be someone's everything. This person's waking up. There's no love with that Jezebel. Everything's falling apart. This Jezebel's cold as ice. There was never love there. Love was never the reason. Let's ask why. See, the Karmic wanted to be you, collective. They created a lot of illusions so that your past person would invest in the Karmic dynamic. They saw what you had and wanted what you had. They were jealous. Devil. They were jealous. They were envious. They had dark attachments. They wanted to be you, and they wanted to have your life. This was the driving force. This is why this Jezebel did this. It's sick and it's twisted. You know, you are this healer. You've had your awakening. You are co-creating with God. This painful ending that you went through, for you, it led you to a new beginning. For this person, they expected that they were going to be entering the land of the plenty. It was all an illusion. Yeah. You're in the self-love energy. You operate in divine love, and you set some fierce boundaries now. And God protects you because you're a healer. You work for God. God protects you. You know, this person betrayed you either in a long-term commitment or a marriage, but it led to your own stability. It led to you creating something on your own. It is very prosperous, and this person feels foolish because they know you're building generational wealth. They know that you're having victory and success. And they know that God protects the Empress. High vibrational, divine femme energy, man or woman, it doesn't matter. And this person they took a dumpster dive into a karmic marriage or a long-term relationship with a Jezebel. They're stressed out. There's nothing but deception, illusion, lies. This person thinks that they'll be able to keep this secret the rest of their life, that they juggled you. There's no secret. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. Yeah. The secret here. They put in a lot of work to come against you, to hide from you all that they were doing, to create a tower, destruction in your life. And they're in the Four of Cups, knowing it was an unwise choice because they only destroyed the opportunity to be with you and the blessings that are destined to be in your life. This person needs healing. They're very emotional. They're in a karmic cycle. This Jezebel is a karmic soulmate to them. Their ego is massively bruised and they're carrying heavy burdens. Treatment. Yeah, there's a whole dysfunctional group around them, causing them heavy burdens because they're being deceived by this whole group. So I don't know if this is friends at the Jezebel or friends they met together, but this whole group is deceiving them. How is the group deceiving them? Heartbreak. So, victory and success. So, this group wanted them to go to destroy their union with you, to go to this Jezebel, because they knew it would cause this person heartbreak, and that's a win for them. So the intention of this community was to misguide this person to go to another union so that they would be heartbroken, so that you would walk away. Yeah, but I don't understand. Why would this community care about causing heartbreak? They see you as the Queen of Pentacles, very grounded and stable. And the Two of Swords, they wanted you blocked out of the picture. They wanted you gone. Why did they want you gone? And cause the masculine or feminine heartbreak? Why? Prince of Pentacles. For money? Were they getting paid to do this? Feels like they were getting paid. Maybe the Jezebel was paying this community to ostracize you, to lie about you, to give this karmic masculine energy bad advice. And they were getting paid to do it. I want to look at the hurricane. I forgot to look at that. Please clarify the hurricane. Please clarify the hurricane. Yeah. So this money-hungry masculine made an investment. There's no peace. There's no harmony. And there's a lot of deception and illusions here. But destruction is headed their way. Sudden disaster, upheaval, and destruction. So it's not a good situation, and it's about ready to blow up. Let's see. This is, what's the vibe? What do we need to know? Yeah. So it's like this person, they're waking up to the fact that they threw away their soulmate for a karmic. This is not a divine soul connection, and they're realizing this now. Yeah. They're waking up also to the fact that you were their family. You were loving, you were kind, you were nurturing, you gave back to them. You gave more to them than they gave to you, that's for sure. And now they're blocked. You've had enough. You're not playing these games. You've been through enough at the hands of this person. And now you have endless possibilities by freeing yourself. You're following your dreams. What makes you happy? I feel like this person is realizing that they're the problem. Toxic. They're realizing they were the problem. Drama, arguments, and incompatible. By going into this dynamic with a Jezebel where there's nothing but disruption, fighting, and whatever else is going on, they're waking up to the fact that you're gone, you're happy, you're doing better, and their life is just as toxic as it was before. They're the problem, right? They're stressed out. They could be having migraines. A lot of worrying. Suffering in silence is on the bottom of the deck. They can't say anything because they've lied so much. So they can't really tell the truth. Yeah, they're in their head, daydreaming, fantasizing about you, collective. But you've cut ties. You've freed yourself because you've had an awakening. You're standing up for yourself. You're not settling for less anymore. You deserve more. The blockage is this person can't run away from their problems anymore. They're bound to them. It's reckoning time for them. Yeah. They were responsible for spreading a lot of rumors and gossip about their divine feminine or masculine. Take what resonates. They were the ones that spread the lies. And they know you know. They know you know. Now this person could be in isolation, feeling antisocial, feeling left out, longing for you, missing you, wanting to talk, wanting a reunion. They feel rejected, left alone, and it's self-inflicted. They chose to do the things that they did to you. They chose to hook up with a Jezebel. That's all on them. The blockages, they're unhealed. They just operate from lust. They are not tapped in with their heart. They have no faith. They have no connection with God. And you're focused on balance, peace, happiness, harmony. This person doesn't bring any of those things into your relationship or any relationship they're in. They're not capable of it. They operate from a space of darkness. Yeah. It says today, good vibes now in the moment. And then we got two-faced, double life, cheater, and backstabber. This masculine energy, man or woman, is still in the same nasty energy that they were in when they burned the bridge with you. They have not changed. The same dark individual. And they're trapped, stuck, no options, unforgiveness. That's the blockage. They're stuck. They've been caught in a trap. And they're bitter, angry, and petty, wanting to lash out and come for you because they're bitter and angry at themselves. They're confused. They don't know what to do. And you're focused on attracting a true divine partner with mutual respect, unity, closeness. And this is why you are setting boundaries. This person has disrespected you for the last time. Enough is enough, and you're defending yourself. Yeah, you want to be happy. You want to laugh, be joyful. You've been focused on healing. And this person's in chaos because that's the life they chose. Upheaval, disaster, and downfall. They're a psychopath. This is an abuser. Abusive, conniving, and unpredictable. There could be distance between you. You could have moved to another location. There was divorce, ghosted, separation, and now they're bound to karmics, third parties, haters. They haven't learned the lesson, but they need to learn the lesson. This is an old ex, codependent old ex. They can't be alone. They have to jump from relationship to relationship. Yeah, this person's having legal issues. They could be feeling lost, depressed, unalivement thoughts. Hopefully not. That doesn't solve anything. Yeah, they took a gamble. And you're just focused on peace, breathe, let go, clearing your mind, recharging. This person, what they don't realize is they're paying the consequences for their actions. That's what it is. It's all consequences. They're paranoid because they don't know who knows the truth about what they've done. Wow. It's crazy. All right, I think we're going to cut this reading short so I can get your last reading done. This is just, it's like this person's waking up, having this realization of what's really going on here. They were betrayed. They were duped. They were scammed. They're definitely waking up to who they really married or who they really connected with, which is a dark Jezebel. But they're dark themselves. So, you know. But that's what they're waking up to. All right, guys. I love you so much. I'm scheduling for the last week of October. If you are interested, please share the videos, like, and subscribe. I love you all, and I'll see you on the last reading. Bye-bye.